Hey folks, welcome back to a Friday fishing forecast, and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful weekend. That front that went through dropped some temperatures. I know the water temperature right now is reading about 78 degrees inside the bay, so everything should really start getting momentum. The weekend's going to be beautiful. I think it's going to be high 70s, low 80s. The winds are going to start tapering off, and I think the fishing's going to be really, really good. Just before the cold front, I know the fishing was really good. The gag bite was starting to pick up inshore and offshore. The hogfish bite was really starting to pick up. They're inshore, they're catching a lot of redfish, a lot of snook. Some trout are starting to come into the mix, so there's a lot of stuff going on. And like I said, with this little bit of a drop in water temperature, it's really going to get things going, and I'm pretty excited about fishing this weekend. And the tides, there's really good tides for this weekend. The Salooners are good. You're going to be able to hit 2 Salooners this weekend, which is really cool. And but like I said, I think the fishing's going to be off the hook. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the tides and Salooners for this weekend. On Saturday, we have a low tide at 5:53 a.m. at a 0.98 foot. Then we have a high tide at 12:04 p.m. at a 2.14 foot. Then we have a low tide at 6:18 p.m. at a 0.73 foot. On Sunday, we have a low tide at 6:34 a.m. at a 0.67 foot. Then we have a high tide at 12:53 p.m. at a 2.13 foot. Then another low tide at 6:45 p.m. at a 0.88 foot. Now, I've been getting questions about bait and things like that. Now, if this water temperature doesn't drop too much, the bait should remain on the flats. I'm anxious to see tomorrow. I'm going to go check the flat and see what's going on. If I don't see a lot of activity, then I'm going to probably run to the deeper channel markers or even the Skyway and catch bait there. But I think the water temperature is not going to drop too much, so I think that bait should stay on the flats. But until I get out there and know, then I'll figure it out. So anyway, if you're looking for bait, I would look on the flats first, but then if you don't see anything, I would definitely move to some deeper locations to catch bait. Now let's go ahead and talk about the Salooners for this weekend. On Saturday, we have a major feeding time from 10:12 a.m. to 12:12 p.m. Then a minor feeding time from 5:01 p.m. to 6:01 p.m. Then on Sunday, we have a major feeding time from 10:56 a.m. to 12:56 p.m. Then a minor feeding time from 5:31 p.m. to 6:31 p.m. Now, the last couple of episodes that we've done with the logbook, if you've paid attention, those minors that we were going through did not really coincide with the bite. The bite was in the morning, and the minors were later, or late morning, early afternoon, and it seemed like the bite had shut off by that time because we were losing that tide offshore. So sometimes the tide offshore makes a difference. You want tidal movement out there, and inside you don't want tidal movement if you're fishing for gags and snapper. Now, if you're fishing inshore for snook, reds, trout, you definitely want moving water. So these tides this weekend are really good, especially for the inshore species like snook, redfish, and trout. Now, I want to say thank you for the people that are sending in pics. I appreciate it. For the top catches, we've got, let's go ahead and get into the top catches for this week. In this first picture, we have Thomas Dow with some real nice grouper he caught 10 miles offshore using our slacker jigs. In this next pic, we have Brian Hoops with his first ever hogfish caught on a Huggy jig. Now again, folks, we just want to say thank you for sending in those pictures. We really appreciate it. It was nice to get our trolling motor back. We were able to fish on anchor, and one thing that I've learned about fishing on anchor is it has a tendency to make you stay in a spot a little bit longer, and sometimes that's a good thing. You sometimes with the trolling motor you have a tendency to jump from spot to spot to spot, and sometimes you just need to wait them out, and with the anchor it gives you that opportunity to wait them out a little bit longer. But I do want to say thank you to Rodan. I took the trolling motor down there. They replaced the part very quickly. Within 20 minutes I had the motor back on the boat and ready to go, so we were able to use it this last Saturday. So I want to thank them for that. I appreciate that. Appreciate the good customer service. So anyway, that's the Friday fishing forecast. I want to say thank you to everybody that's been watching. We really appreciate it. We're getting more and more subscribers, and the closer we get to that 19,000 subscriber, once we hit that, we'll pick another winner to go fishing with us. Now, our 18,000 subscriber winner, I think his name was Jared. I'm going to be in touch with you here very shortly. Let this weather settle down a little bit. It's not the most fun going out there when it's absolutely rough, but we'll get you out there. I have you planned probably within the next 2 weeks. So if you have not subscribed to our website, please go to our website and subscribe there. That will put you in the running to be picked. The consultation trips, I have not forgotten about those, I promise. Now that it's cooling down, things are kind of cooling down for me in the sense of work-related stuff. So I will be starting to contact people to get those consultation trips started. I want to say thank you to everybody that signed up for that. I think we're 75, close to 80 people deep now. So it's going to take me a while to get through those. So again, thank you so much for that. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching. Fish more, catch more, and we'll see you on the flip side.